slowed down. I mean, I slowed all the way down. Make all the runs to the food bank. I just ain't making them like I used to, that's for sure. So I just had to slow it all the way down. And I don't know. That cold weather got me, and I ain't trying to get sick. Mess around with this food bank, that's for sure. So by me slowing it all the way down, I only go to one now. And that's the one on Friday. And the other one, supposed they came back Thursday, one that was closed down for 2 months. But the weather been so cold, I said forget it. And I caught a little cold, so I said I ain't trying to get sick getting this done, because it's not that important. So down with that, I ain't been up on my bikes like I wanted. So this has been a rough day around the holidays, but we got past this, the holidays for Christmas, and this is a new year. So you can't complain about having a new year, that's for sure. So we have a new year, and we got something going on like that. You know what I'm saying? So nothing bad happened with that. You know, it was not the best year as far as transportation for me, especially when I got my vehicle stolen. But it was a good year as far as me making it from one year to the next year. Anytime you can make it 1 year from the next year and your health is still pretty good shape, you're able to get up and walk and talk, then you blessed and highly favored to be here on this day. So the Friday food bank been pretty good. Last time I talked about it, it was prior to Christmas. The lady let people know don't be complaining. If you want to complain, you can hit the door. So, you know, we had some new people that came, and they had a whole lot of food. They got delivered to them, so they was on full for 2 weeks in a row. So they saying what's happening here, somebody else is turning it down, so the truck just want to drop that load. So they ain't turning it down. They let that truck driver drop that load on them. And they've been on full. They've been jamming, especially with a lot of sweets. And this particular Friday just passed, and I was up to 6 meats. So they went past 5 meats. The topped out at 5. They was up to 6 meats, but they did it differently. They did the meat separate from the box. But we still had one person that they had raffle. They had a raffle for the turkeys and ham. So they had a lot of turkey and ham for the Christmas holiday. So they raffled them off, and unfortunately, the way they raffled them off, they had it so that people would have to guess the number they had came up with, the workers that came up with. It was like a semi-raffle system, but they let people go around twice. And luck have it, just like luck would have it, one person won 2 times. There were 2 people that won 2 times, but a lot of people didn't win 1 time. So I might mention it to her next time that she have a raffle. I don't like to try to tell people how to do things. But I might mention it to her that it might be in her best interest to let people go around just once and then just disqualify them from going around the second time, so there won't be no drama. But one person did say something, and next thing you know, the other lady, she was new, she was saying something back. Smart, she said something smart back, and she was sitting at the table with me. So I let her know, I said, you gotta let it go. This is the same lady that would be complaining about what time it is. She just be talking out loud. You know what I'm saying? You was lucky enough to get 2 times around. If I had did it, I would have passed on and said I already got one. I already won 1 time, so I'll pass on for the second time. But most people don't do that. Most people, they feel that little need for greed. They don't see the other people are sitting in the room. If you see other people sitting in the room, it should be obvious that if you win 1 time, that should be enough. That should be obvious. It's most people, but it's not. So this lady, she won the second time around, and when she said at the table, I mentioned to her, I said, that time she say something, I didn't know how she was going to respond to it, because the first time I saw her, she was with her son. I said, just don't say nothing. Just blow it off. Because you say something back to her, then she'll say something back to you, and then you got the back and forth going, and you got a whole lot of drama started over some throwaway food. So it ain't working. And she did the yes sir to me. So I said, you got old enough to hear yes sir from somebody? So pushing up on 64, I guess I'm old enough to hear that yes sir. That was funny to hear that. But that's why I mentioned to her. I said, don't let that get to you, but just blow that off. Because as soon as you react to it with the back and forth, and you say something, she say something like that, like you got one person winning it all. Yeah, that's right, I'm that person winning it all. As soon as you get that back and forth going, then you got the high drama going at the food bank over some food that ain't necessary. And that's the deal with that. say, because if I didn't get to be a senior citizen, I would have died young. And we had too many people in the family die young. So we know how that works. Anyway, this week coming up, this is January, and I have dedicated myself to fixing this one bike I bought last Christmas. That kit I bought, it got the bike. The kit didn't work for me. It's a chain driven rear wheel drive chain driven one. So it runs the rear wheel. The chain runs off the rear wheel just like with the gasoline one does. Reminds me of the gasoline one, which I haven't got that together yet. Maybe another year goes by, I haven't finished that yet. So this year is dedicated to finishing all my unfinished business with the bicycles and the trailers, my homemade trailers. I'm dedicated this. I want all this finished before the summer. So that's my goal. You have everything finished between the winter and spring. So by the summer, I'm enjoying them. There's no excuse. This year, I have no excuse for doing it. It's going to be a high priority. I have to make it a high priority for it to work. Because right now, I've been blowing it off and putting it off, and it just don't get done. A whole year go by, and it don't get done. So I'm going to buy the part I need to buy for this bike, which is a rack, so I can fit the motor on it. And I mean, not the motor, but the battery on that rack, so I can hook it up. I got the seat for it. I got everything else for it. And then I'm going to try to rig this up so that this one part that's not working for me works. And that's where the chain drives off the motor. That one part right there, that one little ring that's on there, is just not working for me. Keep coming loose. It won't sit in place. And I can't tighten it up because when you try to tighten it up, the motor turns the same direction that you tighten it up. So that's the catch-22. I don't know if I ain't got the right tool for the job. Might be a specialty tool for the job. I've been trying to hold it down with a long flathead screwdriver to hold it in place, lock it in place, and then tighten it up from there. But when you got something flat on something round, it doesn't work. If both of them was flat, it would work better. But the round shaft and the flathead screwdriver is not a good match. But I do try to wedge it in there and I tighten it up. Like I said, I took it around the corner, but it came loose. And I walked it back home. I have rode on it twice. It seemed like it would be a good ride, but just don't seem to be working for me. But I ain't gonna give up on it. I might have to buy another kit to see how it works. It got the price down real low, less than $100. But that'll be next year. I ain't buying nothing this year. I'm just gonna buy this one thing. That's a rack for this bike, and I'm fixing up all the bikes I got. I'm getting that 10-speed together. I still got Danny's 10-speed. I bought the chain for it, the replacement chain for it. I got to put that on, so that's mandatory this week. We'll get to 55 degrees. I might have a chance to ride on it this week in January. But at least I want to have the chain on this week. That's another thing. Taking care of unfinished business. That's the priority. I buy it, then I look at it. Said, going to hook it up. It got cold, so I said I wasn't going to ride it, so I was just looking at it. But if we get to 55, it's not raining, at least I can take it out and take it around the corner. It's not raining because it'll be warm enough to do that. It's not worried about getting no cold, especially on the 10-speed. Hopefully I'll get a chance to ride this year with the Tour de Detroit. They got 2 tours going this year on the east side. Hopefully I get a chance to ride one of them 2 tours, if not both of them. And get a chance to have my own bicycle tour this year. Those are my goals with the tours. I have my own one going, which I'll probably start talking about the bicycle tour this year. I'm going to get to the finish line with that. So that'll be something I'll talk about too with this, because that's part of bicycles. I'll talk about the tour. So anyway, that's where we are with that. So, I'm going to check this out to make sure I'm recording, and I'm up to about 9 minutes. And hopefully I'm going to do this week, I'm going to do 2 of them. Do the Thursday food bank, and I'm going to do the Friday food bank. And, this will probably be the last time I do that Thursday food bank, because I need to have an ID here besides myself to get at least 2. If you do just one person, my daughter, she changed her ID address, so I can't use that anymore. And Charles, his ID ain't no good. It's out the system. So it'll just be me. So we'll see how it works out. If it works out good, then we on. If it don't work out good, then it wasn't meant to be. We ain't gonna worry about it. We just go out in one bag, and we won't go that often. Well, we still might go. So we'll see what'll happen. Well, it'll be what it's gonna be anyway. So we ain't gonna never worry about that. That's for sure. So that's what's happening. hopefully when I check back with you this Friday, I've hit them 2 food banks. I'll have the chance to ride that 10-speed. That's my goal. And then, like I said, before this month out, I want to get the other bike going with the chain-driven one. I talked to the guy that's doing the junking. And I gave him some more stuff to jump with because he said he was out of commission because he had his placement bolt on his vehicle. But I gave him all that junk so he can find me a rim for free for that 3-speed and this 24 inch bike I got. I need one with the free wheel with the brake on it. So that's the one I need. I told him which one I need. I need a free wheel spinning one with a brake. That thing I have no but one clog on it. There's one ring with a brake on the back. That's what I need to put the other motor on it. I got the motor. It's over a year old, but I didn't buy the rim for it. I thought I'd find out that junk, and I didn't. I didn't get lucky to do that. I put John on it. I should have talked to somebody at junk at the junkyard. That was my other plan was to be. But I might buy one new. I checked it out. The price new is less than $75. So necessarily I will buy one new just to put that motor on it and have that as finished business. But like I said, I got a lot of unfinished business going into this new decade. Coming out from 2020, coming into 2020. A lot of this from 2017, 2018, 2019, and on and on. The trailers might go back 5-6 years now. That's just too long. So anyway, I'm going to get everything finished. That is the game plan. And that's what I'm going to do this year. That's my New Year's resolution for this year as far as bicycles. To get everything finished. No excuses. So it's time to G-Oak and then run the bell. And we will holler back at you later. Later on, amigos. Adios, amigos.